In this video, I'm going to tell you about the weird little adventure that led to Coca-Cola putting a picture of me on their bottles. But first, if you're new here, it would mean a lot if you'd subscribe to this channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you like what you see on my channel, then maybe even come and see me live, because that's what I really do. I've got a few shows coming up, including a couple in London's West End. Details of all of those under the video. Okay, enough of that. It's story time.
Six years ago, I got invited to do my one-man show in South Korea at the Busan Comedy Festival. I said yes. Actually, I said hell yes. Busan is a beach city. It reminded me a bit of somewhere like Miami. Long sandy beaches curling around Mandelbrot coastlines, bookended by the occasional sprouting of shimmering skyscraper hotel blocks. Miles of delicate white suspension bridges link the various parts of the sprawl, and as I drove over one of them on our way from the airport, I got a perfect view of Hyundai, where I'd be living for the next week. As the warm sea breeze evaporated the film of stickiness that the long flight had coated me with, I took in the city. Every downtown building was covered with signs. Neons, animated light-ups, screens, PVC banners. The grey city blocks made gaudy and beautiful by different signs for different things in different fonts on every floor. It felt like a real city. I like real cities.
I checked into my hotel, had a cheese-flavoured ice cream, of course, caught up with some old friends, and then checked my schedule. Tomorrow was the opening night gala. All the performers were expected to do a little bit on stage, including me. These parties are usually really fun, a chance to meet the other performers and get a little bit of low-key stage time. Turns out, though, wasn't quite as low-key as I thought.
2,000 people in the live audience, the first few rows being filled with famous Korean celebrities and politicians. Oh, and the whole thing was being broadcast live on TV. Okay then.
They bustle me into a backstage area full of reporters and they start peppering me with questions, and then someone shoves a bottle of Coca-Cola into my hand and I look down at it and it's got a picture of me on it, and it's all a bit dizzying and I'm still a bit jet-lagged, and I start giggling and saying, "What?"
Then my name is called and I'm pointed out to a stage where I stand and strike a couple of awkward poses while dozens of photographers click-flash at me, while at the same time, my confused, jet-lagged face is beamed live to 3 Gigantotron screens that frame the stage, and also into many doubtless nonplussed Korean homes. Everything seems loud, colourful and blurry.
Then the stage manager waves me off the stage and I start to walk down a gangway that cuts through the middle of the audience. 1,000 people on each side of me, all cheering and looking for selfies and high fives, and it's very weird, and slowly I start to realise this is as close as I'll ever get to my WrestleMania entrance. So let's enjoy it. So I slow down and I start to play with them a little bit, work the crowd, fist bump, and it's really fun. And then I'm at the end and I'm sat down next to the stage looking at this huge crowd with a bottle of Coke with my face on it in my pocket, in what was for sure one of the most surreal 20 minutes of my life.
My set went well, people seemed to like it. And then there was eating and drinking and jet lag and bed.
Over the next few days I did a few spots in big variety shows and a couple of performances of my own one-man show. It's always such a pleasure to discover performers from faraway countries, people from different cultures to you who work in a different language but still make you laugh because funny is funny. I had some really nice shows, really enjoying the challenge of learning to modify my rhythms so that all the moments hit the way they should and the laughs happen when they're supposed to. And I must have been doing all right, because on my final night they had added a huge gas canister pyro to go off as I hit my final bow, right in front of me, which they had also neglected to tell me about. So instead of getting this really cool performer going, hey, thank you, boom, what they actually got was me going, thank you very much, boom, whoa, okay, wow, fine, thanks, wow, okay. And then it's time for the final night party, and the festival directors are insisting I try something called soju, which is a delicious and strong Korean booze, and I do try it, and it's good. And then me and some of the other acts are out on the streets, and we find a basement dive bar, and we have beers, and we play pool. And here's the thing. I've been doing this long enough in nice places and not so nice places that when show business luck grants me an adventure like this, I make sure to be grateful. And I'm usually pretty good at that, at being aware in the moment of my good fortune and valuing it as it happens. But looking back at that trip from where I am now, from a world of staying at home, protecting oneself, being rightfully a little bit scared, makes me ache to go and do something like that again. And I hope and think that one day, maybe in the not too distant future, I will. But for now, I'm just making sure to be grateful that I ever got the chance to do it at all. Something as simple as drifting through a new city with a gang of people you met only a few days earlier and ending up playing pool in a basement bar back then seemed so easy and casual and relaxed, and now feels so heavy with risk. Fingers crossed that enough people are getting vaccinated, wearing masks and thinking about others that we'll get back to those times quickly. But for now, it is nice to remember when they happened. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, it would mean a lot if you'd subscribe to this channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All of these videos are made possible by my backers over at Patreon, so a big thanks to all of them for that. Also, I have some live shows coming up, information about all of those things underneath this video. Thanks again, see you next time.